改变只需一颗俏笔洗衣溶珠。俏笔全国招商热线：400-800-5086。
Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Stevian, and of course I'm not saying that my students are racist, because I'm sure that the strange questions and comments they have about my skin color and the texture of my hair, they're all just out of curiosity. And I love to educate them about Jamaican people. I love to educate them about Black people, because as I said in a previous video, unfortunately, the impression that some Japanese people have about Jamaicans and about Black people in general is not very positive. And you know what I love about my students? While the adults will just stare at me, like just stare and make me uncomfortable sometimes, these kids will dare to ask me these questions, and I love it. Okay, so one of the reasons why I wear my hair like this is because people love to touch my hair. And I don't play that. I mean, I don't know where your hand has been. So this one student fell in love with my hair. Okay, let me not say fell in love, but she was certainly fascinated by it. And one day when I wore my hair in an afro, she grabbed the chunks of my hair and she said, "Kami no ke ga mo desu ne." And I'm like, Mo nani? And then she explained that my hair looks like the wool of a sheep. And I absolutely died. Okay, so this other student made me a bit uncomfortable because I wore my hair in an afro that day, and he took chunks of my hair and he had several comments, some of which I really didn't understand, to be honest. And he was an elementary school student, and he was able to tell me that the hairstyle was called an afro, which I was so impressed by. But then he tried to physically detain me in my chair and had his fingers rummaging through my hair, and I was so freaking mad. It's one of those moments where I felt like a strange thing on display. Okay, so I already shared this story about one of my students who happens to have a darker skin tone than his peers. And he started telling me about his friend from Nigeria. Don't ask me why. Then he said that in Japan, he's called a Japanese black man, which caused my jaws to drop and caused all his other student colleagues to chuckle. And then he grabs my arm, places it against his, and says, "Mite, mite," as if to say, "Look, look, we're the same." It was so hilarious. Okay, so these are about my youngest students, and let me tell you, the younger they are, the more daring they are. One of them actually started a chant one day calling me Teacher Chocolate, and everybody started to join in. I had to quickly shut it down because, hello, I may be sweet dark chocolate, but my name is Stevian. So this child who loves me to death, loves even the ground I walk on, and I love him right back. So he was sitting on his chair and he held my arms around his chest like this in a hug motion and tried to detain me at his chair as if I should not walk around and monitor the other students. So they were using crayons, they were coloring something, and I'm trying to free myself so I can move around and be free. But not before this child takes his brown crayon, places it against my hands, and says, they're the same color. In perfect English too. So I was both proud and a little embarrassed. Don't ask why. No, but this one child is the absolute best. I was meeting him for the first time this day, and clearly I'm the first Black person he's ever seen in his life. And he looked so puzzled. He even looked concerned for me. And he held my hands and looked me dead in the eyes, and his eyes looked so puzzled and so concerned. And he said, Nande kuroi? And of course, I did not know how to answer that question because I've never been asked that question before. But I did take the opportunity to explain to him that there are many different people from across the world, from different countries, and some of us look different. Some of us may have black skin like me. Some of us, our skin color is brown, and some people have white skin. There are many different people. We're all different, but we're all equal. I hope I made the point. I was really glad I got to share this with him, and I hope that I left a positive impression about Jamaican people and about Black people in general in his mind. You know, as a teacher, you automatically have an impact on your students, but it's the way how you operate and the way how you carry yourself which will determine whether that impact is good or bad. And I love my students. I think I'm living out my passion teaching them. So yeah, that's it for this video today. I really appreciate all the views. I really appreciate all the comments. Continue to support me. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And I hope to see you in another video. Bye.